Hi, Tim Unkert here, completing the 10-day Fizzbuzz challenge that I created for myself. That challenge is to complete the Fizzbuzz challenge in as many different programming languages as possible. In this video, I'm going to tackle Ruby. This is the 10th language I've done. First language I did was JavaScript. I followed that with Python, then C++, then C. Then after that, I did C#, which is .NET, then Java, then Fortran, then PHP, and then the ninth one was R. So we're up to Ruby. After Ruby, we're going to do Perl. But this video is going to focus on Ruby. And to make this a little bit more difficult on myself, I am going to, let me close this out and reopen it. I am going to do this and let me get this looking good for YouTube. I'm going to do this in Vim with a plain Vim RC. Okay, so I'm going to Vim a file. When I type Vim and then the file, it creates the file. So it's going to be vim fizzbuzz.rb for Ruby extension. And then we'll start. And I'm going to declare two variables off the start. And I'm going to do a while do loop. Okay, so I'm going to say I equals 1 and the limit equals 101. Okay. And I'll say while I is less than the limit, do the following. Okay. And now we're going to have an if, else type conditional statement. And what I'm going to do for the first condition, and let me explain this a little bit. In case you're wondering and you came to this channel and you're not a programmer, you don't know what Fizzbuzz is. Fizzbuzz is a challenge where you loop through numbers 1 through 100, print them out on the screen, and if the number is only divisible by 3, you print fizz. If it's only divisible by 5, you print buzz. If it's divisible by both 3 and 5, you print fizzbuzz. So for 3, I would print fizz, 5, I would print buzz, 15 would be printing fizzbuzz. And every number 1 through 100 that meets one of those criteria, you're either printing fizz, buzz, or fizzbuzz out. Every other number, you're just printing out the number. Okay? So I'm going to do my first condition of divisibility by 3 and 5. The reason being is that when you have an if, else type statement, if the number, if it meets the first condition, it's going to execute that code and skip the rest. So let's take, for example, the number 15. If it meets the divisibility by 3, if I do that as my first condition, I might say if it's divisible by 3, print fizz. Well, 15 meets that condition. It's just going to print fizz and skip the rest about the 3 and 5. So we have to do 15 first, because if a number is just divisible by 3 or if a number is just divisible by 5, it's not going to meet that first condition. Okay, so we're going to start and we're going to use what we call a modulo operator, and that's a percentage sign. So if we say if the variable I modulo 3, if that equals 0, and what that means is if I divide the number, whatever I is, by 3, and that equals 0, that means the remainder of that is 0. That's what the modulo is doing. That number is going to be divisible by 3. Think about it. 9, you divide that by 3, you get 3 with a remainder of 0. 10, not divisible by 3. You divide that by 3, you get 3 with a remainder of 1. It wouldn't meet this condition. Okay, so I'm going to say if I is divisible by 3 and I is divisible by 5, well, then you're going to have to do something. And I'm going to say puts, and that's how we're going to print on a separate line here in Ruby. Puts should be fizzbuzz, okay, because that's both. All right, now in Ruby, the else if, like a lot of languages, you write else if. In Ruby, you write else if like that. Okay, so now we're going to do if it's only divisible by 3, okay, then we're going to print out fizz, and I'm using that puts command. And we're going to have the next else if it's divisible by 5, we're going to print out buzz. And then if it meets none of those conditions, we are going to print out the number, okay? And then we're going to end this if else statement. And right after that, we have to make sure that we don't get into an infinite loop. So we have to take this variable I and increase it by 1. And the way I do that is with the plus equals 1. And then finally, I'm going to have to end the while loop. So I'm just going to type end there. I'm going to save it. I'm going to exit Vim, and I'm going to run the command ruby fizzbuzz.rb. And there we go. All right, so let's go back to the beginning. So we've got 1, 2, fizz. 3 is divisible by 3. 4, 5 would be buzz. So we have buzz there. 6 is divisible by 3. We have fizz. 9 is divisible by 3. We have fizz. 10 is divisible by 5. We have buzz. 12 is divisible by 3. We have fizz. And then 15 is divisible by both 3 and 5. We get fizz buzz. See again at 30. We keep going up. And at the end, we go up 97, 98. We get fizz. 99 is divisible by 3. And then 100 is divisible by 5, so we get buzz. So that's how you complete the Fizzbuzz challenge in Ruby. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell for notifications, as it really helps the channel grow and encourages me to keep making cool videos like this. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.